Yo, what up to our viewers at home? This your boy Smoke Signals, out here with our friends visiting from the UK, Stooki Sound. We decided to bring them up to Grizzly Gulch up here. A little bit of scenic backdrop, show you guys what Utah is all about, and let's get to know these two. First of all, thank you guys. We're stoked to have you here, especially visiting in Salt Lake City, Utah. You guys have been busy lately, man. So I'm just gonna go through a couple questions real quick as far as what you guys are doing musically. What are some upcoming collabs that we can expect from Stooki Sound? You guys working on anything? Got anything in the works?
Yeah, we've got a collab coming up with Troy Boy, who's also London-based producer.
Right.
So super stoked about that because we've been playing it out at shows and it's been getting a good reaction. And it's called Welcome to London. And yeah, it was great to work with him and just merge our styles together and come up with something.
We've also got we've also spoken to Mayhem from ATO.
From Atlanta,
Yeah,
absolutely.
We went onto his studio the other day and he just got like fire tunes waiting around.
Really?
Yeah. We spoke to Dylan when we was on tour with him.
Absolutely.
But obviously Dylan's always busy, so
Right,
hopefully
right.
that happens
Right,
at some point.
right.
Yeah.
Kittens from LA.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, just
Absolutely.
a few people in the works, yeah.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that. You're working with Hoochie. You know, that track "Ball So Hard" is obviously one of all of our favorites. Tell us a little bit about that as far as contribution on both parties and a little bit about the creative process that went into that.
Well, I found Hoochie when he was like, what, I think had about 2,000 followers.
Okay.
The tune that I heard was, what was it called again? It wasn't Lambo. It was one of his older tunes anyway. I absolutely loved it as soon as I heard it because no one was doing that kind of stuff.
Right.
And that was when I very first found out about the trap scene anyway. That
Right.
kind of sound with Original Don being the first track that I
Oh
found.
yeah, that one.
Yeah,
That one
the
changed
first
it, that
remix.
Floss track.
Yeah,
absolutely,
exactly.
absolutely.
So yeah, we just kind of said to him, yo, like, really dig your music, do you want to do something? And he had heard our first track, which was Millionaire, and he loved that as well. So we just kind of like got, he's from Brighton, so we're from London.
Okay.
And that was back when he was about 16, I think.
Okay.
So, we just kind of said, yeah, cool. So we made up the melody, sent him over a couple like pieces of percussion and drums and most of it.
Right.
Then he sent back with obviously his like trademark bass, that heavy 808 that he used to
Oh
have.
yeah. Oh yeah. That.
Changed the drop to the Stooki Sound Hoochie drop.
Right.
And then yeah, we just put it out, just thinking, okay, cool, yeah, sick track. And
Right.
then bang, it just
Right.
kept going and going.
A lot of
and going.
momentum, quick.
Yeah, like really.
It's a
quick
great
to-
one. It's
so-
a good one, man. So tell us a little bit about. Walk me through an average day of Stooki Sound. You guys are back home in London. I mean, obviously you guys are on tour right now, but just give us an outline of kind of what your day consists of back at home.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's a mixture of music and design and art as well, because we've got the like fashion side to Stööki and the collective side of it, and then we've got the music side as well. So we're always kind of creating something within the realms of like sound, vision and play, which are the three elements of Stööki, and yeah, just kind of balancing out time between those different areas.
Right. It's hard. You know, it's hard to balance the tour and also put in work when you're at home. You know, get ready with the releases and get ready for the
There's
tour.
a lot
So you're
behind the scenes that people don't see.
right.
So when I understand, like, when you see certain artists, they go quiet, you might be thinking, oh, why have they gone quiet and not doing anything?
Right.
It's because people forget that
They're
there's a lot of
they're
stuff.
just busy in the lab.
Yeah.
They're busy putting work in the
It's
lab.
not even only just work. You then gotta live your life at the same time, and then you have relationships. Like,
Oh, yeah,
if
real
you've got-
life.
If you've got a girlfriend, yeah, real life.
Real life's happening while we're all trying to
gotta
be
do that.
successful with our music.
Yeah, and then you're touring at the same time. So.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, it's good. It's good. It's just all about finding the balance, equilibrium between all of them,
Absolutely.
which comes with practice.
And that's life in general, just trying to find that balance.
Exactly.
Hey, on that Lagoon track, we had a couple of our viewers back home ask us if that was a marching snare that you used in that. Can you fill us in on that?
Yeah, well, with Lagoon, Luke done a lot of like the intro, like the epic sounds and stuff. But the drums, I've always been interested in kind of like cinematic drums and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
And also, I have a fascination with marching bands. I think is it the Ohio State band that is like the most famous or something like
Yeah.
that?
Oh yeah.
That does all like obviously all the patterns and stuff like that.
Right.
So sometimes I just sit down on YouTube, just literally watching marching
Marching
bands for
bands.
like hours and hours, and then like.
No doubt.
So I was like, okay, cool. Let me just put it into the track and see how
Right.
it sounds. So I just went and downloaded some like marching band sounds.
Word.
And yeah, it just made it sound extremely epic.
I like it. I
Yeah,
like
so
it. That's what's up.
Yeah, cool.
Marching band influence. Who
Yeah.
knew? So obviously we all have we're all music listeners. We all have a lot of influences from tons of genres growing up. Tell us a little bit about some of both of your guys' major musical influences. Maybe not even in the electronic realm.
That's a tough one. These questions always get me because
Yeah, no doubt. I want you to think about it.
I always have to go deep into my
yeah,
brain.
right.
But yeah, no, I think for me, as I said, I grew up listening to a lot of like grime, which is UK style music.
Right.
And there's a lot of grime producers in there, such as the old school ones. That obviously Wiley, who started the whole movement. Anyway, Dizzy Rascal had his own stuff back then.
Right.
And there's guys like Low Deep. There's loads of unknown guys that you wouldn't know over in the States.
Right.
But just making like sick beats all the time. And then I think for our sound now, the what kicked it off was definitely Tonight stuff with like bugging and stuff
Absolutely.
like that. Because at the time there was that kind of sound, but it was like very much Americanized. You had like Pro Safari,
Of course.
all of those kind of like bouncy kind of tunes, but there wasn't really any kind of like dark stuff.
Yeah, it's a little bit more big room.
Yeah, like exactly. And being from London, we with garage and grime and drum and bass, they're all quite dark genres, like. So we just kind of said, okay, let's take this sound and kind of fuse it with this sound.
Right.
Use our influence that we've had from
Right.
time.
Put
They just kind of
the
all merged
Stooki
into one.
influence on it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, I just kind of grew up just like making music as a hobby. Like some of my sort of family members are musical. My dad was in like a reggae band, like a British reggae band. So I was always kind of around instruments and was just like creating lots of different things. But I think electronically as a producer, I probably started trying to make like hip hop, sort of like inspired by like the Neptunes and like what they were doing and stuff. And from them just starting DJing out in London. And then when we sort of teamed up, it kind of made sense. Like we wanted to play our own stuff out and incorporate that into sets. And I think that was kind of around the time there was that sort of a really good energy in London for like hype hip hop tracks.
Absolutely.
And that's why it's kind of perfect for us to blend like all the genres we were listening to before, like grime, dubstep, garage and stuff, but bring in the trap element too. So that's why it sounds quite minimal, but like very bass heavy at the same time.
Tell us a little bit about your jewelry company, man. You talked about the fashion stuff. Tell me a little bit about the design and everything that goes into that.
Yeah, so as I said earlier, like Stööki, we break it down into the three elements of sound, vision and play. So on the fashion side, we've got we make our own jewelry as well as t-shirts, and this is like the new Stööki sound merchandise that we're putting out soon. And it's just kind of like we've always sort of thought about the aesthetic of what we're doing at the same time as say the sound or like the fashion. It has meaning behind it, so we created our own symbology, and like the eyes are always a focus in what we do. And from my sort of like graphic design background, I always try to inject that into all areas of Stööki. So a lot of the time if we're designing artwork, that's kind of a good format for us to kind of like merge both sides.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think I don't know if you've seen with a lot of our stuff, we have the hashtag Stooki movement.
Absolutely.
What that is that it's not really like a kind of like a team or something like that at the moment, but it's just kind of like what we do with regards to the clothing, with regards to the art, with regards to the music.
Right, the culture of it.
Exactly, it's create a culture.
Absolutely.
As opposed to just something that's just a throwaway thing. Like, 'cause
Absolutely.
there's a lot of like conveyor belt artists that come out.
No doubt.
Bang, they're blown up, and then literally a year later, it's like, who are they?
Yeah,
like, no one
fizzling
cares.
out, you know what I'm saying?
So with us, it's like if you don't like our music, that's fine, but you might like our t-shirts, or you might like our jewelry, or you might like what we stand for.
Absolutely.
We just want people to feel comfortable with everything that happens.
No doubt.
And that's the reason why we always make sure that we find the time to go and see supporters after shows, talk to people, meet people.
Right.
If someone messages us on Facebook or Twitter, we'll message them
Right.
back. Because at the end of the day, we're just normal human beings who have a little bit of
Absolutely, who are just passing about your art and,
exactly.
and the creative process.
Exactly.
So obviously London is home base for you guys, and this U.S. tour that you guys just embarked on recently, it's a big step for you guys. Do you foresee yourself ever maybe moving to the States to kind of push that production and stuff like that, or do you think London is home base for now and that's where you feel the most creative?
It's a tough one because even before music, I had always said that I wanted to move to the States even if it was for a period of time anyway.
Right.
Obviously, it makes it a lot easier, especially being in the electronic scene, because the whole base is here. So if you're from LA, you pretty much see everybody. Whereas we're like quite away from everything because we're in London, so we don't get the drop so easily.
Right.
But at the same time, the kind of influence that we get from living in London is the reason why our sound sounds the way it is.
Absolutely.
And London is home at the end of the day. I've been a lot of places and nowhere's better than London.
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of like we'll see what happens in the future. Right. If it's beneficial to our career and it makes sense, then I guess we'll have to sit down and talk about it. But
yeah, right.
For the foreseeable future, I think London will definitely be
one tour at a time, and then we'll look down the road.
Exactly. Did you want to say anything?
Yeah, I definitely agree. And what's good about this tour is just seeing so many different places and like being able to just chill by the mountains and stuff like that.
Right.
So we're loving it so far.
You know, you guys are on tour, you don't get the opportunity to kind of relax as much. I'm sure it's on to the next one, and I've even noticed, you know, since we picked you guys up to the hotel room, get the sound check, all that. Are you a gamer? Do you game at home?
Big time.
Yeah? What's the system of choice?
I've got an Xbox One 360 and a PS3.
Okay.
Yeah, my main one at the moment is Xbox One.
Okay.
I just haven't bought a PlayStation 4 yet because it's whack.
Right.
But I will eventually get that or a PC.
Do you have a favorite year of FIFA?
Favorite year of FIFA? Yeah, I was trying to figure this out earlier. I think possibly 11.
Is it 11 or 12?
Yeah, 11. 10 or 11. Between 10 and 12, basically.
Okay.
Because there was a time when Pro Evolution Soccer was better than FIFA.
Right.
That was up till about 2004.
Right.
And then FIFA came back after that, but it still wasn't that great.
Right.
And then now it's just kind of like, FIFA, because Pro Evolution fell off.
Right.
But I found that since probably FIFA 13, it's just been whack.
Right.
So I'm just hoping like 2K pick up FIFA because they make sick sports games.
Absolutely.
So if they made a good football game, then yeah, I'd definitely buy it.
Right. If you could literally smash, or I guess play against, see what works out. If you could beat one producer in FIFA, who would that be? Your homie, or maybe even it's just someone far off that you want to challenge?
I'm trying to. Firstly, I want to think of who would be passionate about a team.
Yeah.
Because if I beat them, then I want to rub it in their face.
No doubt.
I think DJ Snake.
Okay.
Because I think he supports PSG quite a lot.
DJ Snake, shots fired.
Yeah, shots fired. Like if that shot will come back, is who will know. But yeah, no, I think out of everybody that I've seen football-wise, I've only really seen DJ Snake represent these PSG, which I respect.
Right.
So yeah, if there was someone that I would play in FIFA, then yeah, it probably would be him.
DJ
I played Gladiator out in LA when I went there last time.
Okay.
And I beat them.
Right.
And then they tried to make the odds even by playing me at NBA.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then I ended up beating them.
They couldn't beat you at your game, so they wanted to challenge you on theirs.
Yes, I still got them. But I just love games. Like literally, I've been playing games since I was about 3 years old.
Right.
I haven't stopped, and I don't think I ever will stop.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
It's a nice relax from that busy schedule. We have that tour life, and when you're sitting at home, sometimes just kind of relax. So it's been a pleasure getting to know you guys a little bit, and we've got to spend some time. We're back here in the beautiful Utah mountains. I look forward to this tour. You guys have got a lot of positive momentum, and I feel grateful and blessed that I could bring you guys to Salt Lake City and showcase the Stooki sound design and everything that you guys are doing to hear my small, humble little city. But I look forward to the momentum from the tour and to what you guys hold in the future. I really appreciate you guys sitting down with me.
Thanks.
Hell yeah. Well, you heard it first. We're out here sending smoke signals up at Grizzly Gulch with my boy Stooki Sound.
Yo, it's your boy Jealousy.
It's DJ Lukey.
We're Stooki Sound, and we're sending smoke signals from Salt Lake City, Utah, with our boys FDM.